Morning. My name is Sharif Salim, and it's an honor to represent Pinnacle Design Studios. We are an Egyptian architectural practice working across the Middle East, Egypt, and Africa.
And I am Saif Salim. I represent the younger generation of the practice. This is the clipboard. Nothing's happening.
Yeah.
All right. Today, we proudly present the Grand Mosque Complex project in Al-Madinah Al-Munawwara in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It's the second most important spiritual city for the global Muslim community of over 2 billion people. The project occupies a prime location in Medina, offering direct connectivity to the high-speed train, major landmarks, and the international airport. As the spiritual heart of the Islamic World District, this project sits within the Knowledge Economic City Master Plan. It serves as the culmination of the visitor's journey, a place where experience, reflection, and meaning all come together. This vast master plan brings together thousands of hotel keys, residences, and cultural venues. They all celebrate the richness of Islamic art, culture, and architecture. With
this commission, we were entrusted with a profound architectural challenge to envision a mosque of authentic yet contemporary expression within Medina, a city defined by the presence of Al-Masjid al-Nabawi, the Prophet's Mosque, one of the most respected and visited spiritual landmarks in the world. As these numbers reveal the significance of this location as a key touristic destination. To rise to this responsibility, our exploration extended far beyond the historical references, urban morphology, seeking instead the deeper spiritual and cultural dimension that define the essence of place. We delved into spiritual foundations of Islam, exploring the lived devotion of worship, the ritual of pilgrim, and the design principles that shape the expression of sacred space in their opinion. Our ambition was to create more than a mosque, to conceive a civic landmark. Based on this research, we finally found our inspiration emerged from the Quranic verse, "We have created you from male and female and made you peoples and tribes so that you may know one another." In this timeless message, we found a design philosophy, one that speaks of unity within diversity and of a humanity shared the spiritual origin. The mosque, therefore, was envisaged as a space where culture converge, boundaries dissolve, and the spirit of togetherness is made tangible through light, form, and material.
From the outset, we recognize that this building's meaning comes from its role as the spiritual heart of the Islamic World District. The master plan's central spine carries visitors through a curated journey through history and culture, leading them towards the heart of the district. By carefully controlling transitions and views along this route, the spine sets up the anticipation, and our project becomes the final destination, the moment where the journey culminates. At its core stands the mosque, a column-free sanctuary designed to embrace large congregations. Defined by its pure and timeless form, it stands as the spiritual and physical heart of the project itself. All supporting functions are seamlessly integrated through a culturally sensitive design that respects tradition and enhances the purpose of each of these spaces. A serene interior then unfolds, embraced by landscape and veiled by a contemporary reinterpretation of the traditional Roshan, merging heritage with modern expression. Embracing the plaza in a sweeping gesture, the Islamic Cultural Museum sits within it, and it unfolds as a timeline of knowledge and discovery. And when we began the design process, we began with the purity of the shape of a cube. And we first thought about the experience of the people and how they move along this project. Just as the tawaf around the Kaaba gathers humanity in circular motion around the shared spiritual center. Along with many other Islamic and cultural inspirations, we followed these ideas to continue and took these guiding principles to take us to a form that emerged through a sequence of deliberate moves. First, the mosque and cultural functions were separated into two distinct zones. At their intersection, we created an open plaza, a civic threshold that sits between them. The museum was embedded into the ground, ensuring the mosque retains visual and symbolic primacy. Inspired by the form of the crucible, the landscape was then shaped into a curvilinear slope that draws all the visitors inwards towards one point. This sloping facade was then gradually segmented. This created seating areas and interactive spaces within the plaza, and pathways from there then unfold from the slope, guiding movement always towards the central plaza. Finally, the minaret rises organically as if pulled from the ground, conceived as a natural extension rather than its own separate object.
Our facades are conceived as a contemporary interpretation of the traditional Roshan. This lattice screen once veiled and dignified Medina's finest houses, protecting interiors while enriching their appearance. Here, they are reimagined at a civic scale, a permeable skin of light and shade that define the complex. The rhythm of the design also echo the waving traditions. We endeavor to root every design decision deeply in respect for culture, heritage, carefully articulated through a contemporary architectural language.
The rhythm in which these bricks are laid creates an ever-changing play of shadow and depth, giving the building a sense of movement and life. At the same time, the rhythm of the brickwork functions as an environmental device, filtering natural light and reducing solar gain, as well as providing the sense of privacy and importance for its users within.
The tension between transparency and solidity is resolved through an offset layer between the glass and the brick. Within this threshold, vegetation and natural elements are introduced, generating a rhythmic play of depth and shadow. This space functions as the buffer to external distraction, while also enriching the synergy experience of the worship.
We believe that light is not just a design element, it is the connector. The skylight draws daylight deep into the heart of the prayer hall, binding the interior to the celestial rhythms above. A layered chandelier gently diffuses this light, evoking a sense of ascension. Its 7 tiers, a symbolic homage to the 7 heavens we find in Islam. Throughout the day, natural light weaves through this facade in shifting angles and tempos, animating the space with a living dialogue between earth and sky. Together, all these strategies make light the medium that grounds the architecture in nature while elevating it towards the spiritual.
Encircling the plaza, the museum unfolds as a continuous timeline of knowledge. Its fluid path guides visitors through a seamless journey across centuries of history, all illuminated by orchestrated shafts of natural light that reveal and animate the narrative within the museum. The museum facade combines light bricks with curved glass that traces the organic lines of the masonry, a dialogue between tradition and modernity. After embracing visitors in the past, the museum returned them to a civic space alive with contemporary social life. The path of travel through the museum echoes once again the tawaf around the Kaaba, always rooting the experience back to the cultural identity of this part of the world. We have aimed to create a grand mosque and an Islamic culture center that transcends architecture, a place where worship, culture, and knowledge converge by uniting prayer with learning and community. The project aspires to once more define Medina as a global destination of faith and gathering, where diversity is transformed into a shared sense of belonging. Thank you.